Hello friends, I hope everybody's doing well. Okay, so today we're going to do a review on a 1973 Gravely C8 that I purchased close to a year ago. It's like 11 months right now. And I just want to go over everything that has been done to it so far. Okay, so when we first got the tractor, of course it was a no start. So what I did was I took off the magneto and I cleaned the points. And before I put this magneto on, this is the Wyco magneto. It had the Fairbanks Morse magneto on it. So I cleaned the points out and I gapped the points wrong, but the machine still ran. And we took the carburetor off and I cleaned. I think I might have left the carburetor on it, and I just gave it a quick cleaning by removing the jets, the jet adjustments, and the bottom drain on the carburetor. I don't know, we were able to clean it out and get it to run. I did make a list of what I did so I don't forget to tell you. Okay, so along the way, let's see. Oh yeah, so it had the newer control levers on here, and reverse and forward were the opposite, which there was no way I was getting used to that. So I just put the old style configuration, handles and whatnot, and the rods back on here. So this way everything operates to the way I'm used to it and the way I like it. Let's see. Okay, then we had this problem that the tractor was stalling and running hot and low gear. So what I did was I changed the planetary and clutch assembly on it, and then that seemed to fix that. What else? Okay, so along the way it had a problem with the cylinder block here. Well, not on this because we changed the engine, but it had a crack in the cylinder block and the compression was all coming out. So what I did was I have the 1954 Gravely that we bought after this, and since that's a model LI and it's just a 4-speed, I decided that I would take the engine off that and put it on this tractor here. And then we ran into a problem with the camshaft, the intake side camshaft here. See how it sticks out here? And the engine wouldn't fit on, so I just cut out a little bit of the transmission here so this would clear. So we were able to put that on, and that worked out pretty good there. What else? Yeah, I did that. Oh yeah, so when I took the original engine off this, and I was preparing the 54 engine to put back on here, I did a valve adjustment on it, and not taking a minute to read the service manual, I adjusted the valves wrong. I adjusted them to 5 thousandths. They're supposed to be 15 thousandths, but I usually adjust them to 10 thousandths because I don't like all the valve clacking that these things do. So I made a mistake there. Also, after we put this 1954 engine on, it had a pretty bad oil leak. So the oil pump cover seal was leaking, so we put a brand new oil pump seal and gasket, put that back together, and I took apart more than I should have there with that, as far as that went. Oh yeah, so I was holding the battery down with wire ties, you know, the big heavy duty tie straps. So what I did was I went up to Napa and I bought a battery hold down setup for it. We had to do a little modification to get that to fit on, but it fit on good. We got it on there good, and the battery's tightened down pretty good on it. Towards the end of last year, yeah, let's talk about the mower deck. On the 1962 Gravely that I sold, I gave him my good mower deck on that. And the mower deck that I was using here, you know, for testing the Graveleys, plus I like to cut the field with it. These aren't finishing mowers. These are brush hogs, but, you know, they're able to cut the grass and everything for me. I don't need nothing fancy done here. It's not a real nice lawn here or anything like that. So what happened was, the mower deck that I got, what was that with? I forgot what tractor that came with. Anyway, the horizontal shaft here, let me just close this hood here a minute. The horizontal shaft was seized, so I was able to unseize that. Now we're talking about the other mower deck now. And also, after I unseized it, we used it, but there was some kind of slippage in the gearbox here. I don't know if the gear in there is stripped. It's pretty hard to see in there. You would have to take it apart, which I did have it apart, but I really didn't bother to look. So what I did was I took my other mower deck that had the good gearbox in it, and this is not the horizontal shaft that was seized. We were able to make one good deck here, which is which we tried it at the end of last summer, and it worked pretty good. And the only thing off camera that I did was I just put this deck guard on, but this side's open here, so the grass can shoot out the right side. Okay, so far this year, I had all these attachments off the tractor so I could fit everything in the shed here. It's holding oil pretty good. It didn't leak any oil out or anything, and this whole deck seems to be working good. So today what I want to do is we're going to be testing the tractor itself and the mower deck. Now this tractor on the cold start's having a real time starting up when the engine's cold. I don't know if it's because of what I did wrong adjusting the valves, or this has another problem here, which we're going to be tearing this tractor down eventually. It has a 20 thousandths over piston in it, but the thing is burning oil like crazy and smoking. Okay, so I don't know if it's rings. We're going to have to take it apart and see if it's piston rings, which I'm pretty sure it probably is. Okay, so since it has a 20,000 piston in it right now, is that I could go to 25 thousandths on the rings, but we're gonna have to take this apart, and we're not taking the whole engine back off. We're just taking the top part off, the whole cylinder assembly here, which houses the valves in there. So we're probably going to do a quick valve job. I'll reseat the valves. And I know I have another jug that has a brand new, pretty much a brand new exhaust valve in it. What happened with that one is the whole muffler manifold broke away from the cylinder jug here. So I ended up, I don't know what I ended up with that one. I think I just changed the jug on that one that had a better jug on it, but I left the valves and all that. The new valves and everything are in the head with the broken manifold. So we're going to be getting on that pretty soon in the near future. Hopefully by then my eyesight will get, better. What else? Yeah, so it burns oil. It smokes. It's got enough oil in it right now, and we're just going to take it out in the field and we'll give it a test run, because we got to start cutting some grass here now, and I'll get back to you after we get out in the field. Okay, so before we get to that, I want to explain to you, it originally had the Fairbanks Morse magneto on it. So when I put the engine on from the 54, I put this Wyco magneto on, which the points are cleaned and adjusted on this. That was from when we got the 54 tractor running. Now the 54 tractor, Gravely LI, we're not giving up on that. We're going to probably rebuild that I'm going to use the old bottom end that came off this, and like I said, the top end here has a cracked cylinder. I think I have another cylinder. I got about 2 or 3 cylinders in there inside the shed here that we can manage to get that tractor back together and running. And that tractor was missing all the heat shields here. That might have been the cause of this. Now, when this engine was on the 54, it didn't have any of these heat shields on it. I don't know if we ran hot and did something to the rings. I don't know what exactly happened. But like I said, I put the Waco magneto on, which I'm used to. It's really easy for me to set the timing because I do it a special way. And that's it. I'll see you out in the field. Okay, so I'm like Columbo here. Just one more thing before we go out to the field. Okay, this is the PTO lever here, and I wanted to move it a little bit so that the PTO handle would work better, and I ended up snapping the end off here, and I did do a video on this also. What I had to do is, thank God I got the drill press, because I had to drill this lever here because I didn't have any more levers, so I had to drill a hole in this lever to put the handle back on it, which I had a real hard time. This is really, I don't know what kind of hardened steel this is, but I had a real hard time drilling this out, so we repaired that. I haven't tried it since the PTO because we didn't have the mower deck on it, so we want to see how that works as well today. All right, I promise you we're going out to the field right now and start mowing some grass. Well, the PTO's not staying engaged. He's popping out. That's why I hate these remote PTOs. I'm going to try to do something with that, and then I'll be back to you soon. Okay, I didn't do anything with the remote PTO, but it seems to be staying in gear. Let's just try it again, I guess. I don't know, the PTO stayed in gear this time. I don't know what was up with that. Maybe I didn't pull it out hard enough to engage it, keep it engaged really good. I'm not really sure about that. But, alright, so far the mower deck is working really good. After I changed the horizontal shaft and I put the oil in it, and the oil stayed in it. So I'm happy with that. It has pretty good power, but I'm sure you can see the way it's smoking on camera here. So next thing we're going to be doing when we do this project, it's going to be an upcoming project. I don't know exactly when. So I'll disassemble the tractor, get it to the point where we're going to pull the cylinder off, and then I'll start recording pulling the cylinder off. And then we're just going to do a quick valve job on it. We'll lap the valves again with some valve compound, I'll hone out the cylinder. I'll take a measurement of the cylinder and see what route we have to take to put in either 20 thousandths rings or 25 thousandths. I'm not sure yet. Thanks for watching. I just figured I'd give you guys an update on this tractor here. And I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all on the next one, and stay safe.